All right. Well, I usually do these OSU football games, and normally I can't get anywhere near the place, so I get people picking up on the other side of the highway at a shopping center. Well, I got some folks that came in, and we're talking Notre Dame, Texas, big games, right? People fly in, private jets, and I'm driving. I can get onto the tarmac of the airport before I can get into a football game. But today, it's a little school, Grambling or something. A little school. Why they're playing OSU, the number one team, I don't know. Or number two, I don't know. I think they beat Texas, so now they're number one. But get this, at the last minute, I'm trying to talk these people not to come in early, because I had another gig. I was clear down in Athens, Ohio. And I was gonna have to give it to the other driver. And I don't want to pay somebody else $80 an hour when I can do it myself and make, $120 or whatever per hour. We're talking several $100s, even more for these football games. It's my bread and butter now. So I'm like, all right. I find out from people who shall remain their good client down at Ohio University in Athens. I drive all the way down there, and I find out the guy says, "Oh, I gave you the wrong date." So I'm charging him twice. I had to come all the way back to Columbus to get these folks. And they were in the Short North, it's called, which is just north of downtown, between downtown and the Ohio State University. Oh, she got it. Luckily, I can get a text. I tried to do a live feed, and I got no signal. I cannot get a signal out here because you got a million people doing the same thing. And I got decent service, New phone and new service, T-Mobile. Supposedly they're the biggest, and so far, no problem. Anyway, I digress. So I'm like, normally, I'm going to have to get us as close as we can, which is a shopping center that's, half a mile from the stadium on the other side of the highway. That's the only way you can get in and out if you don't have passes. And she contacts me at the last minute, and she says, by the way, we made a donation to Grambling, and they just gave us parking passes. And I go, oh, really? Because I've had people flying in private. They're spending $50,000, $60,000 on a private jet just to come here and leave, right? Wait, the jet waits for them like I do. This is my old Suburban. Luckily, it's still running. So anyway, I say, great, but sometimes, even with parking passes, these highway patrol, they either won't let you all the way in because somehow the parking lot filled, or they won't let you out, and if I go out, I can't come back in. So point being, she says, oh no, well, it's the South Fieldhouse parking lot. So I look it up. That's the old French Fieldhouse. That's the old basketball court. And that's a stadium right effing there. Unreal. I'm like, dude, his family, I'm like, man, you scored. I said, there's no way anybody can get passes like that last second. And I drove right in. It's unreal. Although they must have checked me 6 times for the parking pass. When I've driven in before, last year and the year before, they didn't do all of that. I could come in through the hospital south of the stadium, and I could talk my way in with a handicap placard that I've got. No more. So I got to go get me a iced tea or something. So anyway, I can't believe it. I come in, and there's empty spaces everywhere. I mean, I'm right in the middle of parking central. It's unreal. Never been able to get this close. One guy had parking passes for a lot over by the towers, way over there. And unfortunately, I made the mistake of, I was like, well, he wanted me to stay there in the lot and wait for him. because they had one of these deals, you know, they were cooking out and all that. But I was wearing this, you know, a suit jacket. I didn't have a winter coat. Dead of winter, it was freezing cold. So I'm stuck there with these people. You know, a couple of them didn't even go into the game. They stayed up. And I'm sitting there like a dumbass in the cold. I sit in the car. I'm not going to sit in the car for 3.5 hours. I got so sick. Sick as a dog. That was the Notre Dame game, like last year. So I'm going to walk around. Now, luckily, I'm not going to get harassed. I mean, I can't believe it. This is like the first time. That's the first time I've gotten right on top of it. I also I pushed it a little bit. I said, hey, since you guys are like hooked up with Grambling, how about, you know, dragging me in there saying that I'm with your. Well, I didn't want to sit with them. I just wanted to get in the stadium. Well, there's no way I'm going to get in the stadium. Besides which, as an Ohioan and an American and a business owner protecting myself, my business, I go about armed at all times. So you don't go in with a sidearm. Hi there. No, I'm pointing this way.
Okay.
Now I'm pointing at you. She looking for somebody? I'm here. So anyway, here I am. But now I'm kind of stuck. You know, I'm definitely not going to try to drive out and come back in. Anyhow, but I couldn't get a live feed, so I'm just recording this one for posterity. I can't contact anybody. I can't contact my other guy. I can't get a signal because everybody's online. So even if I had something come up, I couldn't get a hold of them. Murphy's Law.